Hello and welcome back. We've got back 8 coverage today from the Nick Hyde Memorial in Rockwall, Texas. We are skipping 2 holes because of the atrocious conditions of the course. The mud is just unbelievable. So we've just got 8 holes to play. Paul McBeth's group, here's the scores. Paul coming in 4 under. BigSexy commentary here with you, Nate Sexton and Jeremy Koling.
And if you're cheeky and you like to cheat out by not watching the front nine, just skip straight to the action watching the final holes, then I will tell you.
That?
I don't know if they do or not, but if they do, I will let you know that it is Nate Sexton's birthday during round 1. He's 33 years old. First time birthday as a father. Congratulations to that.
True.
And I also heard that you have won Father of the Year award.
Yeah, after we see this shot, it was a pretty big shock to me. So Paul going huge Anheuser here, needs to avoid the OB line. And looks like he's done that easily.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so that's...
Oh, I think it made it to the grass. I think he should be okay.
So the big risk in going in that high Anheuser shot is that the OB line has been put in to separate holes 10 and 11, and Dikembe Mutombo comes out and swats the ever-loving flight out of that disc.
And look at this towel play. I question whether that would really help. My caddy recommended it, and I just felt like we're past that. We're way past that point.
And Chandler has made an adjustment to Paul's drive, and
loving it.
Ideal. You're going to be looking straight downhill, nothing in the way from there. Fantastic shot from Chandler to start the back 8, which is the weirdest thing I've ever said.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
It is hard to say.
Kyle goes right up the middle, a little short, but it's safe. But yeah, as far as Father of the Year, I didn't even know I was nominated. I woke up in the morning, my wife got me this card that said that I was being invited to the Father of the Year championships, and I didn't even know. I mean, I'm a new father. I was shocked.
Yeah, you didn't even know that they had that.
And then I opened the invitation, and Snoopy and Woodstock actually announced multiple times over that the contest had been officially called off and that I had already been declared the winner.
What a great
it was such an honor. Yeah, and signed by my daughter. So I had no idea that I was even eligible.
Yeah,
but
you were.
To think that the contest was just canceled by both Woodstock and Snoopy.
Yeah.
Just to give me the award. I mean, definitely one of the biggest honors of my life thus far.
Moving back to disc golf now?
Yeah, let's.
Nice shot there from Kyle. It's going to set him up for a par, which really from that shorter tee shot was as good as he could probably imagine. Paul with a really nice tee shot, getting a fortunate break to not be in the woods and just spikes in the destroyer.
Nicely done.
It's about 28 feet or so. And this was
such a good drive.
Yeah.
Can he match it with a good upshot?
It looks like he has. This hole is tricky. There's a little knoll in the middle of the fairway, and comes up a bit short, but that's exactly what that knoll does. It protects the pole. When you can't see the base of the basket, your depth perception is thrown off so much. Mm-hmm. And it's really tricky to dial this in the exact distance.
Long jump putt layup there.
It's one of the reasons that this hole, I mean, the tee shot is tough, and you do have a tight little narrow corridor. Oh, yeah.
Sweet birdie.
Just outside the circle, picks up the birdie after the fantastic tee shot. And this is the second handicap on the course, so, I mean, you're not seeing really that many birdies coming in. See if Paul can make it 2 for 4. Wow, half the card with birdies on this one. That's great.
Trying to get some of that mud off.
Oh, yeah. And that's the same destroyer that we saw him throw a ton last weekend at the GBO. And after that errant tee shot, Brandon walks away with a bogey 5. And Kyle will have a non-dramatic par there. Just the way you'd like it.
Hole 12, par 3, going uphill the whole way, 332 feet, but playing closer to 400. You'll see players go up the middle, fairway driver, or big hyzer with the distance driver. Keep in mind that there is a barbed wire fence hidden within those trees on the left that is out of bounds.
Yeah, I'd say the OB line is well within the circle.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And
Paul's hating that.
He's going to need to catch some foliage. Yeah, and it has
he's
kicked
gone
OB.
out of bounds. Luckily, he gets 2 meters relief from barbed wire, so he may actually be able to get a stance. In years past, it's a double penalty. You're going in there, and you're going to have to pitch out. That was a bad cut roll, but I don't see an OB graphic.
Wow, yeah.
Not blaming Kyle to be a little scared of the left side after those two shots.
Yeah, if you can't go the big spike hyzer play, then just trying to turn something over and get halfway up the fairway, play it for par is not a bad play.
These guys are liking the towel play. Did you see anyone in your group?
No, I don't even think that. This is a little bit later in the day, a couple hours later than our round. I don't think the conditions have changed that much, but
nobody tried it in my group. What a shot!
Wow! Oh my goodness!
That was fantastic. From the knee, leaning out, just parked.
And you had to almost grip lock the sidearm at that angle. He had to stretch out completely to even get a throw on, a move on it. And, I mean, that was a really difficult shot to execute. Really well done there from Chandler.
Let's see what Paul's dealing with here.
Similar situation, but just closer to the basket.
Oh, he almost hit that. He did hit the tree.
Yeah.
He was worried he was going to hit that and drop way short.
Yep.
Cuts through it, and he should be able to save single bogey.
Oh, yeah. Get you some there, Kyle.
Great putt.
And confident walking is a premium thing that we're dealing with right now. So being able to strut that in and take the par out of the basket, that's a good feeling.
Definitely.
But this short transition, no more than 100 feet, maybe 150 feet from 12's basket to 13's tee, there's going to be a lot more clay in this tee. I'm curious how it's going to look on film because this was really the worst. These next two were the worst, I feel like, of the course.
Hole 13, par 3, 222 feet, very well guarded by a lot of trees. OB path long, OB wall left and long. So you've got to control your speed. You're going to probably see some over-the-top backhands, some low backhands, maybe even some low forehands. This tee pad was the worst I've ever seen.
It's not really in the shot that much, but if you look closely and you pause it at the right time, I think you'll see there's just clumps everywhere. But these guys are going to town with these towels, and maybe that might be the difference.
Not that they're reaching the pin, but
right, but they're not falling.
Yeah, that's true. They're still upright. That was close, but he's upright.
Yeah. I just think that's Brandon's natural throws to be leaning forward as he throws, which is not necessarily the safest way to lean when you're on these tees right here.
Paul with the Anheuser on the super overstable destroyer.
Oh yeah, inside 25. Quality shot there.
Not at all.
It's just the rotation is just impossible. If you rotate your foot on this tee, you are going to slide.
Yes. Long birdie look. Some trees say, no way.
Mm-mm.
Paul for the birdie.
Oh, yeah.
Nicely done.
Good solid stroke there. And a little half straddle step putt there. Nice way to get your momentum into your lie without foot faulting. This is a putting style we saw Ricky Wysocki employ for a couple years back, maybe in the 2013 to 2015 time period.
Kyle in for his par.
And hole 14, 283 feet, low ceiling, brings in the forehand play. Really, the straight backhand low ceiling shot is a really, really difficult technical shot to throw, but it's one that can be thrown but I think most players are probably, if you have a forehand here, this is where the airspace is.
This is a little inside.
Yeah.
There is an OB fence line again on the left side here, so if you straighten out too much, you got to watch out for that. My group on this hole, I stepped up, just slipped, hit a tree. And they just all three parked it. And I was like, how are you guys doing that? Like, it's muddy. Don't you guys know it's muddy? Like, why are you just stepping up and zinging it right to the pin?
Well, you would have thought it was easy too if you had done it.
I guess maybe I would have, but...
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. At least it's low enough. That was probably tracking out of bounds if it was any higher.
Yeah, this is just one of those, like, this little stretch of holes here is a bunch of short technical shots. There's 3 in a row, and you'd like to get all 3 of them. But, man, if you walk out of here at 1 down or even, I mean, you could even be over par, and it just happens that quick. And it's...
Yeah, I was super even on these 3 holes. Like,
super duper.
I wasn't even looking for birdies.
Right. And that was a great shot from Brandon there to avoid the low ceiling trees and put it pin high, and he's looking at right around the circle's edge.
Paul's caddy's got a good feeling. Got the phone out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that
Paul's caddy, the caddy and the player connected.
A lot of people who are interested in the disc golf agents that are coming in. That is Sam Hassel. Oh, yeah. Look at that putt there from Chandler Jones.
That is super nice. No wobble really at all. And perfect speed.
And do I see sunshine? Like,
it almost looks that way.
It actually, we see shadows out here. I mean, oh no, Brandon can't take advantage of the great tee shot. Comes up short for the putt. But yeah, if you guys wanted to see what Sam Hassel's DGI looks like, he is the grayer-haired guy that's carrying Paul's bag, trying to do his best to promote the game and grow the sport.
Definitely. Hole 15, par 3, 364 feet. Another very well guarded pin with out of bounds behind the basket. I even saw some rollers thrown here, but generally the shot is going to be that backhand hyzer kind of stalling in, but the forehand roller or the lefty roller's in play. There isn't really a forehand line in the air.
Oh, actually, I disagree. In these conditions, there wasn't one, but there's actually a high left gap that is open when the rain hasn't got the leaves pushed down. Wow, look at this spike hyzer from Chandler.
Fantastic. He really got that up high to control the skip.
And that's the shot that we've seen Chandler try to throw quite a bit, that kind of yank over Anheuser with a stable disc and have it go wide and trust it with the hyzer late. Executes that one to perfection there. And
Paul with a great shot as well.
Mm-hmm. That could have been a semi-ace run had that avoided the top limbs there.
Catches an early tree, drops about halfway to the hole. He should have a pretty simple upshot, but no real chance to go for anything with the OB lying right behind the basket.
And Brandon with a nice spike hyzer line coming up inside the circle, pin high. Mm-hmm. Great shot.
This is the quietest I think I've ever heard it out here. Yeah, no one's like...
Yeah, that's a good point. It is quiet. This is the last card, I believe. And
oh no!
Not necessarily the a round that Paul's used to with not having that many spectators. Mm-hmm. The patrons were probably not in full force considering the conditions.
What a save!
Oh wow! And the confident strut to the basket. Heck yeah! What a par there from Kyle outside circle 2.
I think, in a weird way, one of the more impressive moves you can pull in disc golf is shank, bong.
Yeah, but
because your confidence has got to be kind of, you're out here like, are you serious? I'm here. It's like, it's hard mentally, and then you step up and actually can it. Very, very resilient play from Kyle.
Also, sometimes I feel like you're just like, whatever. Let's just sling it up there, and that's sometimes when the best putts go in.
That's true, I suppose, if you kind of pass that point. Which with this mud, it was about 4 or 5 holes from until I was at that point where I was kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Guess it's crazy. I can't even, just when you can't even trust your footing, it can be a frustrating day.
Yep. And look at these 3 great birdies on this hole. Not an easy birdie to get.
Amazing.
But regardless of what time you teed off, when you were driving to the course, the conditions were Yeah, it's scary. At the very best, they were scary. It was just pouring down rain, and you're thinking, we got to play in this. I mean, come on.
Hole 16 is one of the toughest par 4s on the course. As you can see, all of these golden chinkapins dotting the fairway. Super, super tough to get behind or past any of those trees. They're really grabby too. They're going to keep the disc, hold it high. Oh. No 2 meters, but very, very tough to navigate your way down.
Are you?
That was a crush.
That is the best tee shot I have ever seen on this hole, and it might not be in a great position, but easily the furthest shot until Paul throws this one.
This is too high, I think.
Okay, all right. Well, that was just that's textbook. This play is so difficult to go big because you have a low ceiling off the tee, but then you have to get the disc high over these chinkapins.
Yeah, golden chinkapins. Yeah,
golden chinkapins.
It's a low ceiling, high floor.
Yeah, and so you kind of have to throw like a nose up Anheuser that breaks late with a somewhat understable driver, and that's just, wow, really impressive play. And you're going to see a lot of people intentionally go off to this right landing zone, even though the fairway is off to the right. Then that will allow them to throw the hyzer shot over on the second.
If they go to the left landing zone.
Correct.
Yeah.
And Kyle really close to throwing a really impressive shot. He's trying to play down the fairway, the tunnel fairway, and just narrowly avoids nailing the shot perfectly.
And this is a nearly impossible shot from here. I mean, if he's got a huge power, it might be possible,
right,
but that's so far.
Yep.
He's going to just play for the fairway, set himself up for an upshot to get his par.
And
this is good position here. This hyzer could find the green.
Yep. And there's nothing strange about having a fire hydrant in the middle of a fairway. Nothing strange about that at all.
Quit trying to imply that something would be strange. There's nothing weird about it.
Why is that there?
It's about safety, okay?
It's about safety. Oh, nice hyzer shot. That's going to put him just outside the circle, but he's looking good after 2.
And Kyle going to the big hyzer well again.
And you have to be careful here. Anything left, inside 25 feet left, I think, is where the OB line starts. And that is so frustrating. I'm kind of surprised to see him not go low there.
That was his drive right there?
That was his drive. I've never seen that's
unreal.
That is 450 feet, if not further.
I think further. Crazy.
And that's unfortunate. If he doesn't make this putt, that's going to be a bit of a, yeah, that's a kind of a wasted opportunity, even though it's just, you really can't ask much more than getting that distance. To actually have it land in the fairway too is.
I know. Paul for birdie. He's kind of heating up.
Oh, kind of. He's been playing well the whole round. Just 1 or 2 mistakes. Hole 5 and hole 12. Other than that, he's been rolling this whole time. Oh, look at that smile. What was that about? What do you think what does that smile say to you?
I think he's thinking, nobody knows how to deal with this mud like I do.
Okay. I kind of put you on the spot there. I'm sorry.
I think that's what he's thinking.
Okay, well, all right. I buy it.
I came up to him, I was like, that was brutal, man. I think that course was unplayable. And he's like, you're the softest player all the time, man. I mean, come on. It was like super nice. And what are you even talking about? And I was like, dude, what about hours of backups and just mud on every tee? Whatever, man.
Is that why they call you Soft Nate Sexton?
I think it is. I don't know. I felt like, it was getting pretty crazy out there. But McBeast apparently has seen far muddier courses.
Oh, yeah.
But, he's been a lot of places. I'll believe the guy. Hole 17, par 5, 990 feet. Up and over the ridge, kind of, or just kind of, not really a ridge, but just a gentle hill. OB on both sides, and a really tight green. It's hard to kind of push your disc far enough back in there on the approach shot to go for eagle.
And this is the first time, really, besides maybe hole 3, you can kind of open up a little bit, but it's a tight gap. This is really like the only time in the course that you can just throw big bomb. Mm-hmm. And, well, I guess you'll see that as well on 18, but this is just one that you can really let one go. And it's a fun shot to throw the big high Anheuser. Or if you're a lefty, the big spike hyzer. But you really just get to let one go.
You think the tee pads will be dry today?
I know that they are out there shoveling mud off the tees. They were trying to get pressure washers out there, but they had issues getting water. Maybe they didn't see the fire hydrant on hole 16. But yeah, that's something that they're working on it hard. Matt Seary is a dedicated tournament director. He does an incredible job.
Absolutely.
Hats off to him and his efforts and all the people that work with him on the staff.
They're in a very difficult position, and they're doing their best, and I have to applaud them for that.
Oh, without question. And Matt Seary, like I said, he's very dedicated, and this tournament means more to him than any other one, and this is his baby. So anything he can do to make sure that things are done the right way, he's going to go the extra mile to make sure that that happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Matt was trying to.
Not ideal position here. Likely you're just going to see a big, slow hyzer.
That clips the tree. Oh, and just sneaks over the Arby's wall. Shout out to Arby's as well for being the title sponsor of the event and stepping up big time this year.
Yeah, that is cool to see.
Love seeing outside disc golf coming into the sport, helping grow the game. There's a long wall of Arby's signs.
Definitely.
I think those banners are like $15 a piece, and look at those things. There's hundreds of them.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy. Big investment. Chandler going big.
Time shot.
Oh, wow. Look at this. And we're going to have an eagle look here from Chandler.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that can be scary because, like you said, those trees down there by the pin are very thick and hard to get any look through.
Paul's going T-bird on the second shot.
That's a T-bird?
Yeah. And he's
Oh,
right
God,
there.
that's officially annoying. What a rip. Oh, man. I mean, and it's downhill, so you don't need the distance or the speed. You just need something that's going to glide and go straight. But to throw a T-bird for the second shot is kind of like almost disrespectful, I feel like,
Yeah.
to the rest of us
And the sport.
in the most respectful possible way.
Yeah, in the coolest way you can do it.
Yeah.
Kyle chips up there. He'll have about 25, 20
Yeah.
maybe.
And Brandon, after skirting the line the whole way down, pitches his forehand up there and looks like he'll have a good birdie opportunity. And this is our first of two eagle looks. Oh,
Wow,
yes!
great putt.
Awesome. What an eagle. Wow. Just low enough. Been a little bit higher. Maybe it would have pushed out, but that hyzer dropped it in. Perfect.
And Paul just a little high.
Oh, wow. That would have been something special. I mean, my goodness.
Oh, no. Kyle with the air ball. Did not want to see that. Paul cleaning up birdie. It's always nice to be able to do, but
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. Yeah, really, besides the putt that spit out in hole one, we hadn't seen him miss any putts inside the circle. Not that I can recall. Brandon with his birdie. Kyle's still a little bit of work left to do, but saw him practicing his strokes after that first miss, so I think he's figured it out.
I believe.
Come on, Tiny. And it's in.
Disappointing par. It's not really the toughest par 5. If you don't go for too much, you should be able to make 4 if the wind is not too big of a factor.
That's right.
Hole 18, what a finisher. We're going over the water, probably 300-foot carry, and then up the hill to a basket that doesn't appear to... Oh, there it is, in front of the van. Yeah, it's blending in. But just right next to the out of bounds. So it's a very difficult shot because you want to go for it, but if you hyzer out too early, you could really be making a big mistake.
And this pin has moved. It's actually now a permanent pin location. Trees are 99% air, so that doesn't surprise me.
That's circle 1.
That's
Is it?
No, circle 2.
Circle 2.
The white flags are circle 2.
Okay.
And blue flags are circle 1. But yeah, this pin has moved to a straighter position where the tree is a little bit more in play, but also allows the hyzer play to get closer to the pin, as we see here from Paul. And that is That's inside circle 1. Great shot there from McBeth. But yeah, the pin before was a little bit closer to the left path. The left side of the path, I should say. Like this would have been parked for the old pin. And that's going to be just outside the circle for Brandon. But that's a great shot. I mean, totally. 485 feet. This hole is not short, obviously.
No.
And I can't tell if it's uphill from the tee box itself or if it's just, it goes down and then right back up to about level. But, I mean, it takes all of the distance that you've got to really get there.
Absolutely. Nice upshot from Kyle.
And looks like he's going to finish his round at even par. And 36 feet for Chandler. Can he make 2 big putts in a row? Oh, just off to the left. See if Brandon can put one in there. Oh
no.
And it's up to McBeth to save the bad putt blues here on the last hole.
Nice round.
And McBeth is in on a great starting round, a 9 under out of 16 holes. So very impressive start for McBeth, even with 2 bogeys. A good tiny shout out there from the patrons. The only place the patrons were was in the clubhouse listening to music and talking disc shop.
I mean, these rounds took all of 5 hours with the backups.
Was it really that long?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
It not too surprised to see a lot of people head out pretty quickly.
Yeah, sure.
It was getting pretty late by this point. Got to get your dinner. Got to get the mud off of your body if you can.
Minute for minute, you're getting your money's worth more here than anywhere else on tour. That's what you can say about that.
For sure. There you see it. Paul McBeth -9. Chandler, fantastic back 8 to pull it back to under par. Here's your leaderboard. Tie for first, Brad and Paul. Rounding out the lead card, Andrew and Coda. Thank you guys for tuning in from the Nick Hyde Memorial. We will be back, hopefully playing 18 holes. We'll see. For tomorrow's action. So we will see you then.